The quail, a small, stout-bodied bird found in diverse regions across the globe, has long been admired for its beauty, adaptability, and cultural significance. With over 130 species spread throughout Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas, quails are an essential part of ecosystems and an intriguing subject for birdwatchers, farmers, and researchers alike. These birds, known for their melodious calls and elusive behaviors, have evolved in unique ways to survive and thrive in a variety of habitats, from forests and grasslands to agricultural fields and desert edges. Despite their modest size, quails are robust and resilient creatures, with various adaptations that have allowed them to endure in sometimes harsh environments. Quails are members of the family Phasianidae, which includes other ground-dwelling birds such as pheasants, partridges, and grouse. They are typically small, with plump bodies, short legs, and rounded wings. Their coloration is often muted, offering them camouflage in their natural habitats, which helps protect them from predators. A quail's plumage can range from earthy browns and grays to more vibrant patterns of black, white, and red, depending on the species. This blend of colors serves not only to hide them from predators but also to provide them with warmth and comfort in the wild. While they are often best known for their speckled or streaked patterns, quails' ability to blend seamlessly with their surroundings is one of their most remarkable survival traits. A defining feature of quails is their ground-dwelling behavior. Unlike many other birds that spend most of their time in the trees, quails prefer to live on or near the ground, where they forage for seeds, grasses, and insects. They are primarily herbivores, but they will occasionally consume small invertebrates when the opportunity arises. Quails use their strong legs to scratch the ground in search of food, and their keen sense of hearing and sight helps them detect danger before it becomes too close. They are quick and agile, able to take short bursts of flight to escape predators, but they are not long-distance flyers. Instead, their flight is often low and swift, designed to cover short distances to evade threats. Quails are also highly social birds, typically found in groups called coveys. These coveys provide the birds with a sense of safety, as there is strength in numbers. The presence of other birds allows quails to remain vigilant, with each bird keeping an eye out for predators. The coveys can range from a handful of birds to dozens, depending on the species and the environment. During the breeding season, the covey will often break into smaller family groups, with males performing courtship displays to attract females. These displays can include vocalizations, feather puffing, and even small dances. After mating, the female will lay a clutch of eggs, usually in a hidden nest made of grasses or leaves, where she incubates them until they hatch. Quail eggs are highly prized for their delicate texture and rich flavor. In many parts of the world, quail eggs are a popular delicacy in culinary dishes, often served in salads, appetizers, or as a garnish. The eggs are smaller than chicken eggs, usually speckled with brown or black spots, and are considered a luxury item in many markets. In addition to their culinary uses, quails are raised for their meat, which is lean, tender, and flavorful. Quail farming, or the practice of raising quails in controlled environments, has become an important industry in several countries, contributing to the availability of quail meat and eggs. Commercial quail farming requires an understanding of quail behavior, including their need for space, their social structures, and their dietary preferences. In the wild, quails have a relatively high reproductive rate. A female quail can lay up to a dozen eggs in a single clutch, and in some species, she may lay several clutches per year. After hatching, the chicks are precocial, meaning they are able to walk and feed themselves shortly after birth. The mother cares for her young by keeping them hidden in dense vegetation or underbrush, where they are less likely to be spotted by predators. However, despite the protective efforts of the mother, quail chicks are vulnerable to a range of threats, from birds of prey to snakes and mammals. As such, only a small percentage of quail chicks survive to adulthood, with the survival rate depending on the availability of food, the presence of predators, and the habitat's overall conditions. Quails are found in a wide range of environments, and their adaptability to various climates is part of what has allowed them to thrive in different parts of the world. Some species, such as the common quail, Coturnix coturnix, are migratory, traveling long distances between breeding and wintering grounds. These birds typically migrate in flocks, following established routes and taking advantage of favorable weather conditions. Migration provides quails with access to more abundant food sources and ensures their survival in the winter months when resources are scarce in their breeding areas. Other species of quail, such as the northern bobwhite, Colinus virginianus, are non-migratory and prefer to stay in their home territories year-round. These birds are highly territorial and will defend their space from intruders, especially during the breeding season when they are most focused on reproduction and raising their young. In addition to their migratory behaviors, quails are also known for their vocalizations, which vary widely depending on the species. The calls of quails can serve a variety of purposes, from signaling alarm to attracting mates. Male quails often sing a distinctive, repetitive song to advertise their presence and establish their territory. The sound of a quail's call is often described as a soft whistle or trill, though some species produce more complex vocalizations. In addition to mating calls, quails are also known to make alarm calls when they sense danger, alerting the other members of their covey to the presence of predators. These calls are typically sharp and high-pitched, designed to quickly capture the attention of other birds and signal the need for vigilance. Quails also play an important role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. As ground-feeding birds, they contribute to the health of the soil by helping to disperse seeds and aerate the earth as they forage. Their scratching behavior helps to break up the soil and promote the growth of new plants. Quails also provide food for a variety of predators, from hawks and falcons to foxes and coyotes. In turn, quails benefit from the presence of plants and grasses, which provide them with shelter, food, and nesting sites. The relationship between quails and their environment is one of mutual dependence, with each species playing a part in sustaining the broader ecosystem. Despite their importance, quails face numerous threats in the wild. Habitat destruction, hunting, and the encroachment of agriculture have all had an impact on quail populations. In many regions, the conversion of natural landscapes into farmland or urban areas has reduced the available habitat for quails, leaving them with fewer places to forage, nest, and raise their young. In some cases, this has led to a decline in quail populations, particularly in areas where food sources have become scarce or where pesticide use has poisoned the insects that quails rely on for food. Hunting, too, has put pressure on certain species, with some becoming endangered due to overhunting and habitat loss. However, conservation efforts are underway in many regions to protect quail habitats and ensure their long-term survival. Habitat restoration programs, alongside sustainable hunting practices and legal protections, are essential for preserving quail populations and the ecosystems they support. Quail conservation has also become a priority for many organizations, as these birds are seen as important indicators of environmental health. The decline of quail populations can signal broader ecological problems, such as the loss of biodiversity, the depletion of resources, and the degradation of ecosystems. By monitoring quail numbers and tracking their behavior, scientists can gain valuable insights into the health of the environments they inhabit. In some cases, the decline of quail species has prompted local and national governments to implement policies aimed at protecting their habitats, from regulating hunting to setting aside protected areas for wildlife conservation. Overall, quails are birds of remarkable adaptability, beauty, and ecological significance. They serve as important components of their ecosystems, contribute to the health of the soil and plant life, and provide food for a variety of predators. Their social structures, vocalizations, and reproductive behaviors offer a glimpse into the complexities of avian life, while their importance to human culture, agriculture, and cuisine highlights the deep connections between people and the natural world. Despite the challenges they face, quails continue to thrive in many parts of the world, a testament to their resilience and ability to adapt to changing environments. Whether observed in the wild or raised on farms, these small but mighty birds will undoubtedly continue to inspire awe and admiration for generations to come.